Hey guys, what's going on? It's been a long time since I put a video up. God, I looked at my channel and it says you haven't put a video up in 3 weeks. Well, getting a lot of local holster orders from a couple gun shops. I got a big, well, to me it's big, a pretty big holster order from Wex Gunworks in Delray Beach, Florida, from Brandon. And I have to say I am 3/4 of the way done on that. They take a long time to make. It's just me, yeah, like you guys, I've told you before. And it's taking a lot of my time up right now. So anybody that's a Patreon, please be patient. I'm actually going to give you a date on this so you know it's happening. I promised Patreons a complete gun collection video. I'm excited to do it because I haven't done that in so long. And I don't mind doing that on the Patreon page. I just don't like doing that on the YouTube, because of, you know, how they look at guns and how they feel about stuff, and they might demonetize you and all that stuff. But the Patreon page, I will do a full gun collection video. You'll definitely notice if you're a Patreon that my collection downsized a pretty good amount, but I still have a decent amount of beautiful firearms, some you've never seen. And I just wanted to show you, I went back to the Glock 26. Everyone, you know, this is strange. Would it be strange to you if I told you that the Glock 26 for me, for my body type, carries more comfortable than the Glock 43? Is that hard to believe? Because it's hard for me to believe, but that's what I'm experiencing. And I've come to the conclusion why, I think. I think because the Glock 43, I don't like wearing my belt really tight. That I can't stand. I don't like sitting down and feeling my belly hang over my belt, so I don't like to pull it too tight, but I know it has to be semi-tight when you're carrying a gun, you know. So it has to be. So what I'm thinking is when I carried a Glock 43, which is pretty comfortable at times, I forget it's there. When you sit down, you don't feel it. It's just when you're walking around and all, I'm still find myself fidgeting with it a little bit. I'm thinking, how does a chunkier gun stay more put than a slimmer gun? How is that possible? How is that more comfortable? Well, I'm thinking because the 43 is slim, for the gun to be secure against my body, I have to pull the belt tighter because it's so slim, and at the same time makes my excess fat more uncomfortable. So I'm thinking the 26, because it's a little chunkier, I have to pull the belt tight, but not so tight that it goes into my skin as much because the gun's thicker. Does that make sense? I think that's what's happening. And I went back to the Glock 26. So when it comes to a Glock 26, as far as my experience goes, all the Glock 26s I've had the Gen 3s. I've never had a Gen 2, but I've had the Gen 3s, I've had the Gen 4s, and I've had the Gen 5s. I like the Gen 5 out of all of them for some crazy reason. I don't know if because the trigger bar is maybe something longer in the frame or something, I don't know. But the Gen 5 trigger has a smoother pull. Does that mean I'm not going to put an aftermarket drop-in trigger in it? It's never going to mean that, because I'll never say that, because I'm a huge fan of Apex triggers. Very big fan. Can't find one. They're out of stock. Because I have one in my Glock 45 9mm. That trigger helps that gun shoot so much nicer. If you haven't had an Apex trigger, man, you got to get one. Okay? It's not only the trigger pull, it's the design of the trigger shoe. So much more comfortable on your fingertip. Makes it so much nicer to shoot at the range. So, right now this Glock 26 is just a stock Glock 26. I made a holster for it. I engraved Glock 26 on it. And it came out really nice. It's super comfortable holster. Has great retention. The gun is a hot gun. So I will keep my trigger finger high and away, as you can see. And then there is the Gen 5 Glock 26. Now, what's the Gen 5 have over the other generations? Well, here it is. You trigger pull a Gen 4 against a Gen 5, you're going to feel a difference in smoothness. You're going to feel that the wall is a lot softer than a Gen 4. Also, the Gen 5 firing pin is a whole different design. It's a much thicker firing pin. It's a round firing pin instead of the old butter knife style of the other Glocks. So it's stronger. It's got a stronger firing pin. That's a big deal. Don't you think? That's a big deal. The finish on the Gen 5 Glocks now, not in the beginning. Now they have this new finish on here. It's beautiful. I mean, man, I wish if I could find a 1911 with this kind of finish on it. Wouldn't that be awesome? It's really it's a nice satin finish. It's impregnated into the steel. It's part of the steel. It's not a layer on top like paint. So it really helps with corrosion, rust, wear, everything. And it's just the perfect finish on a slide that I've ever seen. The latest Gen 5 Glocks. You'll see what I mean when you handle one in the store. The latest ones. Because I had ones in the very beginning. They looked good, but it looked like it looked more like paint. But it was a really nice finish. But this finish is, I have no idea what it's called because I didn't research it. It's friggin' sweet. Very, very nice. Front serrations, of course I'm changing the sights. You know that's happening. No Talon grips yet. Got the extended pinky mag on there, which is great for a full grip. So, yes, I find the Glock 26 Gen 5 more comfortable carry than the Glock 43. How crazy is that? Now, if you're going to say, well, why would you go to that when you can get a Glock 43X? You know, it has just as many rounds and it's smaller because of the comfort issue. I don't care if it holds the same amount of rounds and this is bigger. The one that's going to be comfortable, that's the one you're going to carry, that's the one you're going to grab, that's the one you're not going to leave home. And you're not going to say, oh, I'm not carrying a thing today. You know, I'm only going out to dinner. I'll just leave it home. I don't need to carry it. You want it. You want your gun to be super comfortable, or you will not carry it. Hold on. Yeah, that's no one important. I only answer the phone for one person. Okay. So. Yeah, real happy with the 26. I'm going to be getting it out to the range probably in the middle of next week. A good friend of mine is going to bring me to the range so I can put a few hundred rounds to it. You know, guys, if in these times where it's hard to find a gun range and all this stupid shit going on, especially around here, double action's closed, I always said in other videos when times were normal, don't ever carry a gun before you shoot it. Sometimes you don't have a choice. And if that happens, and you have to, and it's a situation when you have no choice whatsoever, the Glock's probably the only gun I would carry if I never shot it yet, if I had to, because you just almost guarantee know it's going to friggin' work, okay? So as long as a gun has that reputation, I don't care how fancy you make the other guns, I don't care how beautiful the triggers on the other guns are, I don't care how smooth you think they shoot, back of everyone's mind is reliability, and that's why this company will always be the backbone of the gun industry. I don't care what anybody says. Don't care, because you can't even argue it. It's a fact. Look at the numbers, okay? It's just people want peace of mind, and that's what the Glock's all about, right? So I just wanted to show you that real quick. Let me. I got HST 124 HSTs in here. Okay, I know you guys want to see the action. Now that trigger pull is, listen to that reset. And that's a smooth trigger. Now, another thing I noticed about the Glocks, even the factory triggers, even though they're stiff, they still glide smoothly. Glide smoothly. Do a side by side. Do a Smith & Wesson Shield next to a Glock, and do a trigger reset and slow trigger pull. It's night and day. Those shields are gritty, man. Gritty. I don't understand how they let guns go out like that. But I'm not saying anything. The Shield's a fantastic, reliable gun. But man, when people say the Glock has a shitty trigger, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, what are you talking about? Is it stiff? Yeah, it's stiff. Is it shitty? No, it's not shitty. It's not shitty at all. It's very, 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 very smooth. I'm letting it out. I feel no grit. This is brand new. No grit. No grimy feeling. And then when I hit the wall, pull through the wall, it's just smooth back and forth. Little stiff, yes, for my taste, but there it is. So, don't forget the holster links under the video. This is the holster I made for mine. G26 has the Punisher skull with the Trump hair on it. Yeah, I know it's not a good idea to do that, but when you have a laser machine, you're going to do it because it's fun. Okay, so that's my carry holster, which is on the website. It's a good holster. It's very minimal, and minimal equals comfort. You know? Oh, that's nice. First scratch on the gun. Minimal equals comfort. There's the asshole neighbors next door. Okay? So, that had a scratch. I just hit a metal vise. Did it scratch it? Not that I care. I don't mind wear. I don't like scratches. No, it didn't. So, fully adjustable, very minimal, real strong clip on there. You know, everything you need a holster to be. Okay, so this holster's going out tomorrow morning. It's a Commander 1911. A slight cant, fully adjustable tension screw outside the waistband, 1.5 belt loops. Boltron material, not Kydex. Boltron's more heat resistant than Kydex. Nice perfect fit, plenty of finger room. Comes out easy, goes in nice, locks in, gun ain't going nowhere. Okay? Just wanted to show that, and that is going to, this wasn't a request, so I'm not going to say the name, but I'll tell you where it's going. It's going to Indiana. So, whoever ordered this on the 26th, your holster's going out tomorrow to Indiana, and it's coming to you, bud. Alright guys, that's it. That's all I got today. And I'm going to say we're going to do the full gun collection video. I'm going to say let's make it Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, not today, next Wednesday. And I will upload it the same day, and that is for the Patrons. If you want to become a Patreon and see that stuff, the link will also be under the video. Alright? Alright guys, have a good one. See you later.